You guys like my hats? It's a very great hat, but I feel like many people are finna be roasting me in the comments. That's alright, because I like this hat. And I have more hats like this. And I want to wear them more in videos because I think they'll look interesting. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So when you see me coming up here with all these hats on now, don't be surprised. If you really don't like them that much, unsubscribe. After the Corey video, I was talking a lot about Smash Bros. And it kind of got me into the Smash Bros spirit. It made me remember some things that were just very fond memories. And so I wanted to make this video and talk about Smash Bros. And how like insanely powerful of a game that was. Like nothing is gonna top that hype for that game. At least for the next 10 years. Smash Bros. Brawl was my favorite Smash Bros. Game before Ultimate. And that was very fastly surpassed when Ultimate came out. Like Smash Bros. Ultimate is just in a league of its own, and I don't even know how the Smash Bros. Franchise, Lord Sakurai, is gonna top that. It's not possible, and I'm gonna explain why in this video, so buckle in. I remember when the first trailer was revealed. I remember seeing everyone's reactions to this. Yes, bro, it was that hype. If you weren't conscious during this time, you don't understand how real these moments were. Everyone was just so hyped for this, and then they announced that like everyone from all these other Smash Bros games, everyone is coming back. As soon as Snake showed up on the screen, it says everyone is here, and they started playing that triumphant music, which is one of the greatest songs Nintendo's ever produced. That along with Jump Up Superstar. Those songs are so good. I remember just shaking in my 8th grade seat watching this. I almost said sheets. We're not talking about the gas station, people. And we're not talking about betting. All of social media was just in an uproar when these trailers came out. At this certain time of Nintendo, they would always do these directs, and they would live stream them on this big TV in New York. And if you know about that, you already know. It was, those people were getting hype in there, and that got me more hype. Now, honestly, that kind of New York live stream direct is kind of dead now. Maybe it's because they aren't revealing anything. All these leakers are revealing the Switch 2. I didn't even have a Switch, but I was so hyped for this game because I loved the game so much. My first time playing Smash Bros. Brawl, and I went to my cousin's house, and I was literally just in awe. I'm like, what the freak? How is Mario fighting Pikachu right now? I remember being Sonic, and I didn't know how to play him, and then everyone's just saying, oh, Sonic is just a broken character. If you play him, you have no skills. I'm like, shut up, I just want to look like Sonic. Traumatic experiences as a kid. If you haven't felt that kind of experience of people saying your main is trash, you don't understand the trauma. Speaking of people saying my main was trash, they're not saying it about my Incineroar anymore, because my Incineroar is too good. None of y'all are beating me. I already said this in the Corey video, and I'll say it again because it's the truth. None of y'all are beating. Shoot. What in the world? What the freak was that? Super Smash Bros. Brawl was just incredible. They would boot up the game and we would start hearing hearing that as a kid, it made you feel like you were about to go to war. But not only were you about to go to war, you were about to lose your wife in the process, but you were still gonna rise up triumphant because Mario was there holding your hand through the storm. In the eye of a hurricane. No more singing. But all of that just made me so hype for this game. And eventually, the game came out. And I remember the day it came out, I went over to my friend's house right away, right after school, and we waited for the game to show up in the mail. And eventually it came, and it was like nighttime, and we booted it up, and we just started gaming. And then after that, I remember my cousins got it, and then we started playing that. It was like Christmas time. Like some of my fondest memories as a kid was playing Smash Bros with my cousins and my whole family. Man, just so fun, bro. I remember there was one time we were together as a family and we just brought the Switch. We brought all these controllers so that we could all play. There was maybe like 8 of us all playing, but like we would do tournaments with each other. There was whole storylines being made, bruh. The savior of the bodega. Ain't no one gonna know what I'm talking about. I remember like it was just so intense. We were just trying to win so much, and I was literally like train on my own. I would like go up against level 9s as Incineroar, and I would just train myself. And I remember one night I was looking at my eyelids and I was just seeing the freaking game, bro, and that's how I knew I was too far gone. I wasn't trying to take any L's from anyone. Of course that still happened, but I grew in my skills of being Incineroar, and no one is taking that from me. Do you not understand? I don't care who you are. I am taking your behind in Smash Bros as Incineroar. I saw all these people commenting, "Oh, I could take you." No, you cannot. Who are you, bro? No one knows your name. You've never been to no Smash Bros tournaments. Listen, neither have I. But I still know I can take your sorry behind. The Joy-Con users, shout out Etika, bruh. Like, this game was just... Bro, go! Why? What is that, guys? Is there like a goblin infestation in my house? Alpharad making his CPU tournaments. It was just so great to watch. And that's where I started to love Incineroar. I remember Sun and Moon, I already made a whole video about that. And I remember there was a whole thing about people being like, oh, they added Incineroar, but the true starter of Sun and Moon was Decidueye. Decidueye is freaking trash. Incineroar is way cooler, bruh. Imagine seeing Incineroar walking through your door, bruh. That freaking big cat is walking through your door with fire on him. And then you look at Decidueye, a big bird? A big bird, bro. The only thing keeping him away from Sesame Street is that he's green. Oh man, I cracked myself up. No one is intimidated by this Robin Hood bird, bro. Incineroar is way cooler. Primarina is just cool looking, I guess. I mean, Decidueye's cool looking, but Primarina is not scaring anyone. We already know Primarina is not getting the Smash Bros. And Decidueye is not nearly intimidating enough to go against Incineroar. Also, Incineroar has a type advantage. Alpharad CPU tournament really made me lock in on Incineroar because there was a whole thing, PG Incineroar, I think is his name. Seeing Incineroar just completely going crazy in the tournaments, I was like, dang, this looks so sick. I need to use him. And what gets me mad about Incineroar is he's not even a top tier. He's not a top tier, but he's still one of the greatest fighters in all of Smash Bros. And somehow he's not top tier. But no, Steve is freaking the top tier character of the whole franchise somehow. What? Speaking of Steve, the DLC character reveals were just unfazed. You can't touch them. They're untouchable. I just tapped his shoulder so I know that he is touchable. I turn into a Huxtable. Came a long way from eating greens and eating Lunchables. Came a long way from pre-K and eating Lunchables. The hype behind the DLC characters was incredible. I remember everyone was like so tuned in. I remember the Sakurai videos. Whew! And he would sit there and he'd be like, hello. Man, Sakurai is such a goat. The aura that man has is unmatched. Unmatched. Alright, I'll glaze this man as much as he needs. Alright, because he truly deserves it. I feel like even if you weren't that into the Smash Bros. Ultimate scene, you were still lurking and you would still hear about, oh snap, they added Joker. They added Banjo-Kazooie into Smash Bros. What the freak? They added Steve into Smash Bros? I remember that Steve announcement got me so like, wow. I was in awestruck, bruh. I was so in awestruck that I literally booted up my OBS and started live streaming that day, like an hour after it came out. I was never streaming. I don't be streaming. We'll be bringing them back soon. I remember that stream was so freaking laggy. Like, look at this, bro. This is embarrassing. But when we get back into streaming... Bro. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I've been seeing so many people on the Corey video talking about, oh, I could take you in Smash Bros. No. We're gonna put that to the test now. I want to do a stream. If this video gets 150 likes, then I want to do a stream where we all play Smash Bros. And I freaking beat your butts one at a time in order, bruh, collectively. Okay, do you understand? I'm sorry, that was really aggressive. If you want to see that, if you want to take me on in Smash Bros against my Incineroar and get your butt wiped across the floor, 150 likes. It was just a hype time. And then I remember everyone saying Steve was broken. He cannot be in the competitive because he could place the blocks and you could just be very cheesy with him. I still haven't mastered Steve. I have barely played as Steve, so I'm not cheesy with him, but best believe I can cheese with the Incineroar. Everything about Smash Bros. Ultimate is just truly chef's kiss. Except the story mode. I hated the story mode. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. Still have not been in the story mode. I'm like near the end, I think, but I just do not care. It's just not fun to me. I played the game way more on other people's Switches and like people that had all the characters and stuff. So I already knew which characters I was really good at. So like when I got to a certain point and got like the characters that I wanted in the story mode, then I was just like, okay, no more of this. It's not really that fun. And like I never used spirits. So that's the only thing about Smash Bros. Ultimate that I'm like iffy about. But like if they make another Smash Bros. Game, they need to make like a story like Smash Bros. Brawl. If they do that, then they've made the best Smash Bros. Game ever. And they bring everyone back, which I feel like is not possible. There's no way that they can bring everyone back. And then add more characters onto that. Do you know how insane of a game that will be if they do that? We're not getting like a new Smash Bros. Game for like 20 years, I promise you that. The Switch 2 is gonna come out. They're gonna make Smash Bros. Ultimate redubbed. Or like deluxe or something like that. And they're gonna remaster it. They're probably gonna add a few more characters to that. They're not making another Smash Bros. Game for a long time. That's my prediction, bro. I'm telling you. So you better like it now. Smash Bros. Ultimate is just an incredible game. And I'm so glad that like I was like able to truly experience it at the time that I did. So many great memories. Nothing will overtake it, in my opinion, at least. Tell me some of your Smash Bros. Stories in the comments, because I know that if you're watching this video this far, we got Smash Bros. Stories, okay? Let me hear them in the comments. I'll be responding to some of them. But yeah, 150 likes for the Smash Bros. Incineroar tournament. Well, I beat your butts in Smash Bros. Ultimate because you guys want to run your mouths. Your hot breath is all in my face telling me you can beat me in Smash Bros. And it's freaking getting me mad. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say for this video. Yeah, you guys just go on, like the video, 150 likes. Yeah. See you next time. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.